sitting still and blind.
Good evening. This is
Week
6 of Heidamath NCAA football predictions. My guest picker is my daughter.
Hello.
So last week I went 5-3. I had 3 emotional picks. I picked Navy over Memphis, didn't happen. Picked San Jose State over Air Force, didn't happen. Picked Virginia Tech over Duke, that didn't happen either. So 5-3, but for the season I'm 32-7, so still doing okay. So 8 games this week. We're going to start Alabama's a bye. So Tulane at Army. Tulane's favored by 3. What do you think?
I'm going with Army. I think it could go either way, but I think since it's at home, I'm going to hope that Army's crowd can give them that little extra push to take the W.
Okay, I'm going for Army as well, even though Tulane is favored by a little bit. I think they're going to pull it out at home. I agree. Next one, Texas 3-1 at West Virginia 3-1.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em goats?
Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em horns, okay.
Longhorns.
Texas. So you picked Texas?
I do.
I picked Texas as well. Next game, Iowa 4-1 4-0, Michigan 3-1. Michigan's favored by a little bit, but I disagree with that. What do you think?
I picked Iowa. I think Iowa is going to be able to take it.
I pick Iowa as well. So far, we're agreeing on everything. Michigan State 4-1 at Ohio State 5-0.
Ohio State.
Ohio State? I agree. Ohio State. This is going to be pretty boring this week. Northwestern 1-3 at Nebraska 3-2.
Nebraska.
Are you a Nebraska fan?
I am a Nebraska fan. I also think after last week, Nebraska is really going to want to get another win, and I just feel like Northwestern's a team that should be an easy victory.
What happened last week?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Who did Nebraska play last week?
I don't want to talk about it.
Ohio State. Okay. Next game. This is a big one. Air Force 3-1 at Navy 2-1. Pick well, my Padawan.
So emotionally, my heart picks Navy, but mentally, I'm going with Air Force.
You're picking Air Force.
I am picking.
So this is the first one where we're disagreeing because I'm picking Navy. They're playing at Navy. The Navy Air Force game is always close. It routinely goes to the last play of the game where the team that's behind has the ball and has the potential to win on the last play, or it goes into overtime. So because it's in Annapolis, I'm pulling for Navy.
You
now,
always pull for Navy.
I do. We have 2 game of the weeks this week because Alabama has a bye and we're going to call 8 games. So the first one, Auburn 5-0 at Florida 5-0.
So I picked Auburn. They both are undefeated, so somebody's going to have a loss on theirs after this. But Florida has had a much easier schedule so far. Auburn has had a much more difficult schedule, so I think they're prepared to play more difficult football than Florida is.
Okay. I agree. War Eagle. We're going to pick Auburn. Last game, and this is just a weird one that I threw in, giving a little bit of love to the Pac-12 here. Cal is 4-1. Oregon is 3-1.
I picked Oregon a little bit because of what I
just ducky.
read about their team so far, because I don't really pay any attention to them except what uniform they wear each week. But that's a big part. You never know what Oregon's going to show up in.
Right.
They could wear neon, which could just blind their opponents.
Right. And you know all about blinding people, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Cal at Oregon. You're picking Oregon? Mm-hmm. I'm picking Oregon. So the last thing, and it's not on the sheet, is what 4 teams are going to make it into the college football playoffs.
Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, somebody else.
I have said since the beginning of the season, Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and Texas. Texas is dropping out, and Oklahoma has come in for me. That's my change this week. Sorry, Texas, but
they'd have to win every single game from here on out to have a chance.
Convincingly, and I don't see that happening.
No.
Any last comments?
The light's really bright.
The light is really bright, isn't it? That's because we're videotaping this when it's dark outside, and I didn't want to set up 6 lights. I only set up 1 light, so it's very hard, but hopefully the audio is good. Bye, Navy.